5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to stand on the table and basically do the equivalent of upper yip yip. And blow the wizard like we're going to get out of here.
Okay. All right. So then the bear gets up and turns around to look out the door. And these guys all just move out of the way. And
Yeah,
the
they do.
bear just walks out.
Damn right.
I'm going to use Kadroth's spot on initiative because it was dead last for Thoob. So, Leif, after your turn, Thoob still has his hands up, like just shocked watching this bear walk out, and he looks up at Leif.
So I've used like 30 foot of 60 foot movement. So I'm like, hi Thoob, bye Thoob.
Oh,
and
go
then...
ahead. Okay. And he's like, is he dead?
Is he dead?
I'll yell at these guys to back off and let us pass.
And they do.
What?
Oh, I should also say that Kadroth's body did not ice up the way Hethel's did.
Oh.
It just collapsed.
He's a fake Levistus follower.
Or
so then,
Levistus
wonder he didn't know the real breeding.
Yeah. Or maybe Levistus was just like, nah,
didn't complete his membership.
You failed me, so you don't get the ice.
So Thoob is gonna slowly walk back into this room and see Rixana, and then back into the corner. And he's like, "Is he dead?"
Doesn't he have a gate he's supposed to be going to open? What is he?
Oh, I thought you wanted him just to open the front doors. I'm sorry.
No, I said go get the main gate
The
open.
main gate.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah.
Thoob isn't saying
yeah,
anything.
like I get stopping when the bear is preventing him from moving on, but like
yeah. Okay, so then yeah. So none of these guys are making to stop you, or attack you, Leif and the bear. So you can, like, they moved out of the way for you. I'm actually just going to pull us out of initiative.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I will not pull us out of initiative.
Why?
Because as soon as my turn comes around, I attack.
But if you do see that as you and Bear are coming out the door, the main gate to the castle is opening.
Unless, I mean, if someone wants to, like, stop me. But otherwise, Rúna's going right for it.
I don't want to be in this castle anymore.
I'm adding these guys to the turn order, but I'm going to put them in Kadroth's spot, just so then they're there. So yeah, so they just move away and give Bear and Leif a wide berth. And then it's back to the top of the round with Nahesa.
I'll walk up to the guards, or if the bear is blocking us, I guess. That's just... Oh, so they backed off.
You can move through their space, yeah.
Yeah. Where was I? Actually,
you're like Bear. Bear, could you?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me.
We've still got a speaker to find, though.
That too.
Where's your jail?
Oh no.
Oh.
This one steps forward.
You know
that wins the day after all.
And that guard points to the northwest guard tower. He's like, there's a hatch in the floor. It goes down to the cistern.
Anything else? Code or like a password?
No, he's like, there's no guards down there. There's one. Oh, don't harm the tiefling down there. She won't harm you.
I don't know. We're 1 for 1 on tiefling murder.
Man, you're asking the wrong. You're asking the wrong crowd.
You're asking the wrong people.
All right. In fact, yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna dash.
Okay.
I'll just get to about there.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, Rúna.
All right, here we go. 5, 10, 30. And what is that?
There's
Is that a
the
person?
front door leading out of the Caer, and then there's Bear. Oh, this out
that's-
here is the
This person.
courtyard, and
No, that's-
the
yeah.
that's the stables.
No, but what's that token?
The Bear.
What's this token? No, this token, the one I'm pinging.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
I don't have a
What?
have a
I
token there.
see something there. There's a token there for me.
You're
MJ,
wilding out now.
MJ.
There's nothing there.
Oh my
It's
God.
Tessa.
I'm even using
think you need to
it's
up your head.
Tissa. I'm even using your vision, and all I see is half of Bear.
I'm gonna screen
Half of
cap.
Bear.
Are you talking
I'm
about
gonna
the fart?
screen cap this.
No,
I
doesn't look
swear
like
to
anything to me.
You talking
God.
this guy?
I know, yeah. What is this? Oh God. I'm okay. I'm saving this. I'm copying it and I'm pasting it in here. This is so creepy.
Well, then I'm gonna do that now too. Well, it sounds like I don't have to. It sounds like everybody sees.
All right, it's fine. I just assume it's a bug or Tissa. It's one or the other.
Oh, okay. No,
Whoa.
wait. I don't know why you're seeing that. That's one of the sled dogs in the stable.
Slod dogs.
The fuck?
Slod
Yeah, one of the
dogs. Yeah,
slod dogs.
Slod dogs.
Arf, arf.
Okay. I keep going. And I see them. And I will. So I guess I can't attack this turn because I had to walk too much. But I will phase step over to this guard and engage with it, and it looks like I'm attacking. It looks like I'm about to attack.
Gotcha.
And like growling and dashing. He needs to make a wisdom 11 saving throw to not be afraid.
Nope, he's scared.
Damn right.
All right, Cayleigh.
And if no one else wants to fight, we don't necessarily have to like someone can go over and be like, Rúna, stop. Just like out of character if you don't want me.
No,
to
I do not know what their plan is.
Nahesa's like, Rúna, no.
Rúna, no, stop.
Oh no, Rúna.
Stop, wait, come back.
Stop. No, come back. No, just say like out of character. If you don't want this to become a long-winded combat, we don't have to make it one. Rúna's definitely attack.
No, it seems like you guys were invested in that outcome. So who am I to get in the way of that?
I've never seen someone wash their hands of the rest body so quickly.
All right. Sorry.
I got to shoot a cult leader in the face. I'm happy.
I'm really like a cult leader, though. It's like
Yes. Yes.
I don't worship him
Yeah,
or anything.
but-
What? Yes, they do.
All right,
We literally tried to
Cayleigh.
hail
Yeah,
Leviticus. And we
sorry.
were like, oh, you're one of us, son?
he wasn't Leviticus though. He's just a dude.
Or, I said Leviticus.
That too.
Hail Deuteronomy.
Freudian slip there.
Yeah, whatever. Same thing. Yeah.
Okay, they don't look like they're attacking.
No, they don't have their weapons drawn.
And honestly, they have every right to. So what does that say?
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
You should punish them for not having their weapons
They're
drawn.
friendly.
Yeah.
people.
Since you guys attempted a coup in the cult, so now
Not attempted.
this is like
Succeeded.
now we're in Chronicles of Riddick
Cayleigh.
territory.
Yeah. So Cayleigh
Cayleigh-
looked out the door, saw there wasn't combat immediately, and then she is going up the stairs to see if she can find speaker.
Okay, is that the end of your movement then?
Had to bonus to
Yep.
do that, or not bonus.
Bear.
Yeah. Moving. Going to have. Well, actually, I move first. And then going to take the dash action. And Robo Bear is just gonna charge up out of here.
Okay.
So keeping my gun drawn and my shield high, and yeah, just work our way
How
towards the
heroic.
speaker.
All right, Rixana.
Out I go. 5, 10.
Here I go, killing again.
Oh no. Is Rixana really hungover? Oh, like,
I
She
think
only
she's
had an
feeling
hour to.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that fight took away the hangover. So
That,
That fight.
even though it
That's
was
very
a
generous of you to
fight.
call it a fight.
yeah, was that a
Slaughter.
fight or an
truly a noble
execution?
duel.
Yeah, I think she's more disappointed than anything. Um, and once she is out, let's see. So what do I see? Everyone is gathered up, and Rúna has just taken down someone. Is that what works?
Rúna
No,
has
I just-
run at someone and made him afraid of her. That's
Yeah,
like
I
this
leap-
guy. This guy looks scared.
I did my leap into a Feywild dimension, leap out next to him move. Like you
Okay,
do.
I think seeing the disposition of the guards, I'm gonna move next to Rúna and try to calm her down.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you taken your action already this turn?
Nope, I just moved.
Okay. Well, that's between you two, MJ and Ian. If you want that to
Mhm.
be a test of some sort, or if you want that to be just him spending his action.
I think that would work, and I will message you why that makes perfect sense.
MJ demands a
Okay.
300-word essay on why she should not murder this guy.
So then, with that the case, then I'll move on to Leif. Oh, you're messaging me. I thought you were messaging Ian. I'm sorry.
No, I'm messaging you why this would
Okay.
work without any sort of test.
Okay,
That works.
so
So
But yeah, so
Rixana
Rúna
just basically.
Rúna like turns, like immediately stops growling, turns and looks up at Rixana with like a quizzical, like, wolf head tilt, and doesn't look hostile anymore.
So, do we need to keep going in initiative?
Unless someone else wants to randomly attack or these guards draw their weapons, I don't think so.
I'm gonna finish the round and then we'll.
Okay.
Then we'll go.
yeah, I'm gonna follow Nahesa.
Okay.
That's as far as I can get this turn.
Sure. All right. Well, this guy is gonna turn around and scramble between those two and run back into the watchtower, or into the tower, because he's scared.
He's lucky I don't take an attack of opportunity.
And then the rest of them are going to move just down like this, keeping the way open for you, but also keeping their distance. And you see one of them like poke their heads out from the gatehouse and shout down to those in the courtyard. And they're like, no. They're like, let him go. And then we will drop out of initiative. So we have Nahesa and Leif going to the northwest watchtower, and we have Cayleigh going upstairs. So the first thing I want to know is what Bear, Rúna, and Rixana are doing.
I am heading towards where the speaker is supposed to be, so I suppose that'd be upstairs as well.
Okay. So you're going to join Cayleigh, all right?
Yep.
I'll follow Rixana if she leaves, but until then, I'm just like sitting ready to pounce just in case Tissa changes her mind and wants me to murder.
Sure. So Rix,
I think I'll stay down here and essentially keep an eye on these guards to see what they're doing.
sure. Okay. So then we'll go with Nahesa and Leif. You two are going into that watchtower?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
You go
Like
inside
sister attack dog right now.
you go inside and there are four more guards in there, and they're standing. They're like they were ready to move, And you see this one is like he has his hand on this wall right here, but he's stopped when the door opens, and they all kind of like look at you. And they don't make any move to stop you, and you can see the trapdoor in the northeastern part of this watchtower up ahead.
Don't pull that lever. I will go to open the door. Trapdoor.
Okay. It swings up and slams against the floor, and you see a ladder going down about 15 feet to a dark, cold room below.
Huh.
Oh, you have dark vision, don't you? So yeah, you can see that it extends to the east, and you can see some. Well, you probably can't see it from your angle, but you can hear the sounds of like water dripping.
I will descend the ladder. Did you say it was?
Yeah, so the ladder is
Yeah.
15 feet
Mhm.
down, and then it looks like there's a hallway that goes east, and then down that hall is where you're hearing the sounds of water.
I guess we're not in initiative anymore, so I can walk as far as I like. I mean, is Leif keeping pace with me? Or
No.
What? All right. Then I will walk down the row of cells. It sounds like.
Well, I didn't say anything about cells,
Alright.
so I'll get you
Okay.
down there.
Alright.
While Nahesa is doing that, Cayleigh and Bear, let's get to you. Just a sec. I'm going to move Nahesa down below. Okay, so you're on the southern part of the map now, Casey. And Bear, Cayleigh, and Robert, we're gonna move you guys to the upper part. All right, where are you guys going?
I think over here.
Sure. I will open that door for you. That door, when you open it, there is another guard seated in a chair with his back to you. And when the door opens, he stands up immediately and turns around and faces you. And you see, what number is that? You see, the room beyond him is immaculately furnished. It looks like a royal bedchamber. It has a 4-post bed. It has huge blankets and quilts on the bed and everything like that. And lying in bed is a man who looks to be about early 50s, late 40s. He's got a scraggly beard, and he sits up in bed really quick when he sees you rip the door open. And the guard standing there is like,
Krennic?
business?
I ignore the
And-
guard.
I aim my gun right in his face. Yes, business.
He puts his hands up and backs out. And the guy in the bed sits up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm Krennic."
Sorry, I'm just stepping in here.
We're here.
I
to
believe
save
we're here
you.
to. I believe these people came under false pretenses. Do you wish them to stay?
And he looks at the guard and he looks at you. He's like, "No, get him out of here!"
All right, perfect.
I kind of
That's
wave my
That's
gun
exactly
toward
what
the
we
door.
wanted.
And this guard will he'll like with the gun in his face, he'll reach down for his weapons and take him out. And he's like, I'm just setting him down. And he sets down a scimitar and a dagger, and he keeps his hands up, and he's like, I won't do anything.
Waving it towards the door. He asked you to leave.
And he'll turn around and run out. And when he gets down to the foyer, you hear him shouting like, "They got the speaker! They got the speaker!"
What is happening?
We're liberating this keep. Obviously, what is happening? That's like
Super
that alone completely justifies everything,
Yeah.
whether Casey likes it or not.
Casey left.
So-
I don't know if you saw.
Yeah. There's an empty chair.
Left in disgust.
So Kranich is sitting there and he looks at Cayleigh and then at Bear and he's like, "So what?" He's like, "Are they gone? Have you gotten them?" And he jumps out of bed and he runs over to the window and he slams his face up against the window.
Yeah,
He's
I don't
like,
know.
"There's still some out there.
Yeah, we haven't routed them all.
Get them out of here."
Will do.
He's like, "I've been holed up in this bed for weeks." He's like, "They don't let me out unless I have to sign some paperwork."
Oh, I've been in bed. Oh my God, Grandpa Joe.
Welcome to the
They really are
pandemic,
devil
sir.
worshippers.
All right, yeah, Cayleigh will turn around and she's going to head on back down.
Great. All right, I'll move you guys
I
back down.
am going to go over to this door over here and just make sure there's nobody, waiting on the other side.
Sure. You open that door, and inside is okay. This room it appears to have been burned years ago and never fully repaired. There's evidence of floor-to-ceiling wooden shelves that were once along the walls that looks like there's just scorch marks going all up there, and there's burned husks of wood and everything. And when he hears the door open, he turns around, and Kranich is like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "That's just the old library. There's nothing in. Nobody goes in there."
Such a British.
Well, clearly
I
a
want the-
story for another time.
I kind of want the tiefling back.
I mean, he was.
Let's resurrect him.
He's
very
super annoying.
All right, I'm gonna move you guys back down to
Oh,
the main
yeah.
floor, and then we'll go back to Nahesa. Okay, Nahesa. So you are down. You hear and you can see the water. There's ice that has frozen up along the sides of this, but this does look like a cistern. There's a little rowboat straight ahead, and there's a hallway on the north side of this other hall that you're in.
And then it looks like a hallway south down the
Yep.
way.
You can actually see two doors. So standing from here, you can see two more doorways that are only accessible by the boat. One of them is right here.
Mhm.
Yeah, the other one is that. And at the far end of this hall is a large marble slab that you believe to be like a dam of sorts that could be lifted up in and out of place.
Do I see a control for that or anything?
Not from here, you don't.
Oh, that's ominous.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. This hallway immediately apparent.
That room, just peering down in there, it appears to be empty except for 4 sheet-wrapped bodies lying side by side on the floor.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, that's.
I will pull the sheet back
Sure.
on the nearest one.
You
Just like
see,
the upper torso.
yep, sure. It is a human, and it is covered in that ice, the same sort of ice material that you saw cover Hethel. And gleaming underneath that ice, you can see the Chardolin amulet against their chest. You also see stab wounds in their chest, implying that they were killed. They didn't die of natural causes. So
That is what stab wounds would imply, yes.
right, they would imply that you death by
Generally
stabbing.
speaking,
Do you need my medicine check? I have a medicine skill.
That is a pretty useful skill for that reason.
Yeah.
I think I will just back up
Sorry.
and try and hear anything down the.
They might have been done post-mortem. Someone might have been trying to ice pick them out of the popsicle.
That's
Alright.
true. You got me. That might have been it.
I'm guessing I'm not
Wasn't
hearing
it,
anything,
but it
so
might have
I
been.
will.
You just hear just the water.
I am going to head back up the ladder, I guess. Yeah.
I'll move you. All right. So then, Leif, you see Nahesa climb back up into the watch. Oh, so Leif, what are you doing since you're up here with
I'm
these 4
basically just
guards?
watching, like,
Okay.
Nahesa's escape route. I don't want them to collapse on her.
When the one guy comes running down the foyer shouting, "They've got the speaker! They've got the speaker!" These four all turn and look at Leif, and then they all look. They look at the hatch, the trap door that's open. And one of them starts to go towards it, like take a step towards it, but then Nahesa comes out and he stops. And they're not saying anything, they're just watching to see what happens. Yeah.
Get what you came for?
Not quite.
That was me growling.
I did wonder.
So I guess I try and like read the room, but I'm just not even gonna roll and say that I don't pick anything up on the guards. Yeah.
When you come back up, Nahesa, one of the guys looks at you and he's like, "Is she still down there?"
Don't know. Didn't see her.
And then he looks at everyone else and he just nods. And then
What?
and he's like, "We'll go." He's like, "But let us go alert those of us who are down there so they can get out."
What are you doing down there?
He's like, "There's a member of our company that prefers isolation, and she has claimed a room down in the cistern as her own. We're just gonna go tell her that this isn't a safe place anymore. That's all we're gonna do." He's like, "Let me just go down, deliver that message so we all can leave this to you."
I step aside.
Okay. And that's what he does. He goes climbing down the ladder. Do you wait for him to come back up, or are you going to go rejoin everyone else?
I'm going to rejoin everyone else.
Well, glad you came with. Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Guess I'll regroup as well.
Okay. So at this point, you're all gathered again back out in the courtyard. And these guys that were out here, like by the gatehouse, are now like talking with each other. And then after a few minutes, the other four from the other watchtower come out as well. And then they stop and look at you guys. And one of them is like, "Well, you killed Kadroth. So honestly, you did most of us a favor." He's like, "And we're not gonna," and he looks at the bear and he looks at Robert and then at the wolf, Rúna, and he's like, "We're not, you guys are fine. We're not, we'll leave. We'll collect everybody. We'll get out of here. This is your place now.
Leave your amulets."
We got to keep?
It's the it's not ours.
Yeah,
The session isn't over yet, MJ.
If Cayleigh says leave your amulets, he's like,
We're gonna
"That
pull
we
an
will
Arthas?
not do."
Yeah, I don't know if she has it in it.
Bear is seriously debating.
Cayleigh, what would you do if someone asked you to blow your nose with like an Ofuda? All right.
Why did we do you a favor? What was so bad about your boss besides the obvious?
And he's like, "Kadroth, he thought he was everything. He thought that he had grand designs for our occupation of this keep and everything that was going to happen." He's like, "Kadroth was nobody trying to convince everyone else that he was somebody." He's like,
Who was he
said that
yelling
could
for in
talk-
his room?
He's like, "Probably," and he looks and he sees the guys coming out of the Northwest Watchtower. He's like, "Probably those guys." He's like,
He's calling for Thoop. He yelled to where his desk is.
he's like,
He looked into the corner of the room, didn't he? Past Rixana. He didn't look at the door, because the door was directly opposite him. He looked into the corner, past Rixana, right? Is what happened when he was yelling why won't you show yourself or something like that, right? Is what he said.
He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, there's a way into that room from the guard tower. He's like, I would bet my money that he was calling those guys and they didn't answer. He's like, because none of us like him. He's like,
Jesus Christ.
Wow, Levistus really inspires a lot of loyalty. Huh?
he's like, he would. Kadroth claimed that he could speak back to Levistus. He's like, but I think that was him just making that up. He's like, honestly, he's like, we will leave. We won't bother Caer again. We're taking our amulets, he says, looking at Cayleigh. He's like, but we're done here.
What happened to the 4 in the basement?
He's like, those were members of our company that died taking the keep.
Can I make an insight test even though I'm a wolf?
Sure. I mean, you're still you.
Yeah, that's true. Or am I? 15. Is this guy telling the truth?
Yes, you do believe that you do believe what he's saying, that those 4 people died when this group took the keep over from the speaker.
And well, actually, I mean, that's interesting. That's good to know as well. But I was mostly, is he telling the truth about we'll leave and we won't come back? Like that's the main thing that I wanted to.
You do believe him when he says that they will leave Caer.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't make any motion or anything. I just don't growl or attack.
All right, and this Zardoc guy, he's really why you were here?
He's like, as far as I know, he's like, we assembled to help combat Zardarok. Yeah. He's like, obviously didn't get us very far. He's like, you guys did more to stop the Dwagar than we have this whole time we've been here. He's like, when you brought those captains.
Yeah, all you needed to do is break into the inn. They would have just emerged.
He's like, I really he's like, yeah. He's like, so, but they've been, he's like, we took care of them. So they're no longer a problem. And he's like, well, we're gonna
What do you mean you took care of them?
We killed them.
Aside on Nahesa.
Oh.
Stare at each other. I just shake my head and walk off.
I mean, they're technically free.
Well, I mean, whatever. They were evil.
Mm-hmm. And they hit our Swashbuckler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, our only aim is to now regroup and see what's in store for us going forward. He's like, but our truthsayer died, and you've killed our leader.
Where are you going to report?
So we're not. He's like, we'll probably head to East Haven because it's the largest town, and buy rooms at the inn, and I guess see what we can find out.
Help them do sacrifices.
They'll do whatever adventure their DM runs for them.
Do more evil over there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's not a pretty wrapped, finished. It looks like I wrapped it for Christmas.
This cistern or anything? Like during this conversation, has anyone come out of that tower?
So these 4 guys, the 4 guards that were there, will come out, and then after a few more minutes, you do see another tiefling emerge. This one appears to be an albino tiefling.
Cool.
She is draped in furs. She has she's carrying a staff, and on the head of her staff there's a raven that's perched there. And she walks
like an
out.
Actual raven or like a carved raven?
An actual raven.
Oh.
And one of the guards turns and looks back at her, and he whispers something to her, and she's just watching all of you. And then she shakes her head, and she's like, and she looks at the guard, and she kind of like taps him on the chest, like kind of like patronizingly, and she's like, "I'm sure you guys will be fine." And then she looks at the rest of you, doesn't say anything, and she's just gonna make for the gate.
Bear just kind of watches it.
It.
And
Wow.
no. After she leaves, I go back in and I start looking for the supposed secret entrance that we were told about that goes to the gate tower. Just trying to verify his story was true.
Oh yeah, you'd find it.
Okay.
Once you go in and start looking, you can see like the outline of the door in the guard tower, and see that it just goes through a short little tunnel, like a 10-foot tunnel, and then right into the speaker's office.
Okay. Come back out and join the group.
Okay. So unless you guys, if you guys let her, she's just gonna leave, and so that's what she's gonna do.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
I'll let him go.
And then after she leaves, like they all kind of look at you, and then obviously leaderless, they just like wander out.
Arf. As they're leaving, I let out a ferociously loud howl of triumph that can be heard across.
Wow. I think Rúna's going to
and
be the
then-
big bad at the end of this.
And then after that happens, as they're walking out, the window on the second story of the Caer shifts open, and you hear someone shout from the second story window, like, "Yeah, get out of here!"
Oh God.
He's like, good job, everybody. Great teamwork today." He's like, I'm gonna get you a reward. He's like, "You
I
all
hate
are
him.
welcome to stay in the Caer as long as you want." God, it's cold. And then he closes the window.